Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you're good. How are you doing? Let me know in the comment section. Um as you must have seen from the title of this video, it's pretty much how God just God confirmed our move to Canada. So if you've been watching like some of watching my videos, you would know that I'm literally taking you guys on a journey here. Like as I speak to you, we're still kind of in a limbo physically. So I've been taking you guys on a journey. I released some videos in the past just letting you guys know how we're currently in Canada on a visitor's visa, and I got admitted, or I got admission as an MBA student, and now we have applied for my study permit and my husband's open work permit, because my husband is here with me as well on visitor's visa. So I've explained all of that and I've taken you through all of that. Like you can see, I'm not just telling you the story, that is my reality right now. And yeah, my last two video, I think I was really just crying and just kind of sad and tensed up as to what the future holds for I and my husband. And in the midst of all this chaos, God actually came through and actually just confirmed that we are doing the right thing right now. I'm going to give you the story. I'm going to tell you how all that happened. But of course, why this was very important to us is because like this application process will test your patience. IRCC, that's the immigration office in Canada here, will test your patience, right? You keep waiting for them to approve your visa, because it was one thing to gain admission, is another thing to actually be allowed to come and actually study or live in Canada. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole background. So how did God confirm this movement? This literally happened about 2 days ago, I kid you not. So a background, right, before we actually move there, is growing up, I was my mom would always tell me that I am a gifted child, and that's because many times I would have dreams, and these dreams would come true. So pretty much it was like, okay, God is speaking to me through my dream. So whenever I had a dream, good or bad, like I would tell my mom and we'll pray about it in my family. If it's good, we claim it. If it's bad, we kind of like, oh God, please protect us and everything. Like it was so major that my mom actually bought a book for me. In that book, she told me anytime I had dreams, I should write them down, because there are some dreams that I would just remember the moment I wake up, but I forget. Or there's some dreams that I literally just dream and just forget. So yes, like it's just an honor, to be that person that is gifted and God speaks to me through dreams. Of course, as I grew older, like I started having less and less dreams. In fact, I thought maybe it was a punishment for like not being so close to God and all of that, because like as you grow older, things just happen and all of that. But I've never actually deviated from my Christianity in terms of belief and all of that. So yeah, so some days ago, that's 3 days ago, I had like the wildest dream. And just in that dream, so I'm going to just describe that dream to you guys. In that dream, I was like in this vacation setting, and like Zanzibar comes to mind because that's the last vacation I had with my husband. He had that type of setting, and I was just in the like a balcony, right? Because I was upstairs in a balcony just looking at the view and enjoying the view. Then in that dream, I now in that room, I now started talking to a man, and the man was like downstairs. He was wearing like a suit, and I asked him a question. And the funny thing is, I can't remember the question I asked him. Like I said, sometimes I dream and I forget like bits and pieces. Like the dream was a lot. This part is just the part I'm telling you. The other parts were kind of personal. But anyway, so I asked this guy a question that I can't remember, and the guy just told me, and it was so clear. He said, go and read Deuteronomy 1, 2, and 3. Now, let's just backtrack a bit. I know Bible stories, right? Like, obviously growing up, I was taught a lot of Bible stories, but I cannot sit down and say and quote the Bible for you like, oh, Deuteronomy 1 says this, that, or Genesis chapter this verse this says. Like, I'm not good with that kind of thing, like, oh, like having like Bible verses in my head that I can recite. Just a few, like Psalm 23, and just all those other ones, but not like, in a very large scale. So, mind you, I didn't know what Deuteronomy 1, 2, and 3 was. So I was like, obviously, when I woke, when the man told me that, in that dream, it felt like a repetition, like somebody in that dream somewhere had told me to read Deuteronomy 1, 2, and 3 before. So obviously, like, immediately that part of the dream happened, I woke up. And the first thing I did was I just went on my phone on Notion, because I actually I journal on my Notion app, and I just wrote down my dream so that when I actually woke up again, I wouldn't forget, because immediately I woke up, I wrote, then slept back. So when I now woke up, very well, the second time, I decided to read Deuteronomy 1, 2, and 3. Now, this is a girl that there is no way I would have known what Deuteronomy 1, 2, and 3 were talking about. It's not in my, it's not somewhere in my subconscious. It's not something that I knew. Nothing. That's just the honest truth. Like today, if you ask me, oh, what does this part of the Bible say? Genesis, I don't know. But if you tell me, okay, do you know the story of creation or something, I would, say what I know. But I don't know it like Bible specific, like, oh, if you go to Genesis, you will find it. So I said, okay, let me just read Deuteronomy 1, 2, and 3, because there's no harm in reading it, to be honest. And tell me why Deuteronomy 1, 2, and 3 was about when Moses was leading the Israelites out of Egypt to their promised land. My God. It didn't even hit me immediately, right? I will tell you what happened after. I was like, wait, this is actually a story of God being with a set of people, uprooting them from the land they are currently in into a promised land where they are going to, do better, just be better, be fruitful. And here I am, I and my husband, my family, we literally just left a country, right, to Canada in the hope of greener pastures, okay, trying to get education, MBA, and wherever that leads to, whether it leads to a greater heights in Canada or in another country, we don't know. We just know that, okay, we're just here to just, greener pastures, basically. And I sat down. So there was a particular, in fact, so someone like me, even after reading those chapters, I still didn't get the depth of what those chapters were trying to say. I just took it as, okay, I can see that in this, from Deuteronomy 1, 2 to 3, right? 1, 2, 3, chapters 1, 2, and 3. This is what is happening. Oh, God is with these people. I literally just, that was just what I got from the message, that, okay, God is with these people, it means that God is also with us. And like, yeah, God is also with us, and that's just great, that's comforting, all well and good. So I told my husband about it, like, and in terms of like dreams, when I told my husband about it, I kind of felt like maybe he didn't really take it too serious like that. Like, how many people would actually take you serious when you say that sometimes you actually have dreams, you hear from God through dreams? Many people won't take you seriously. It's the truth of the matter. Some people would even watch this video and still maybe scoff at me, laugh at me, or say something negative. It's the truth. So what now happened was, I was like, I'm going to tell like my mom, because my mom has always been someone that has always like be like encouraged me whenever I had dreams. She's the one person that doesn't joke with my dreams, at the time, because my dad is in the science field. He would say, are you sure you're not about to have malaria or something? And I understood that part, because there's sometimes that when I started having very wild dreams, it meant that malaria was around the corner. Yes, but I know the differentiation between those kind of dreams and this kind of dream. Like, there's a difference, right? So I called my mom and I told her about it. Obviously said she's going to read it, and she tapped into it and everything. And on that call, obviously my husband was listening in, and I just kind of whined, him. I was like, mom, see you. I was telling, my husband about how I used to dream when I was younger, because I then now told him. I told him before, but those things when you just say in passing, nobody really takes it seriously. And I was like, I told him, and he's not taking me seriously. My mom was not like, telling him that, you, like, it's a thing, or that it's serious. Actually, like, sometimes she actually does hear from God and everything. And she was just like, she was going to pray on it, and she was just like thanking God with me, that kind of thing. Like, I was just so happy, because she tapped into it and she knew what's up. I knew she was the one person that I would tell, and she would clock it immediately. So after the call with my mom, my husband now went ahead. I didn't say anything after the call, but he went ahead to now read the scriptures, Deuteronomy 1, 2, and 3. He read it. And when he read it, he just started saying, thank you, God, thank you, God. And the thing is, because where I'm heading to now is to tell you when I actually clocked how deep this dream was. Now, for me, when I read the Bible, like literature, like, I don't really pick up the emotion, the nitty-gritties, like the details of the scriptures like that. But my husband is really gifted in that. Like, when he reads a scripture, like, he understands the context. He can pick major insights from those scriptures more than I do. I get more insights when I watch, like, maybe Bible stories in form of movies and all of that. But immediately he reads it, he gets that context. So after reading it, he now asked me, so why do you think Moses and those other guys did not get to see the promised land? I was like, what's up? Well, I just said because of disobedience, blah 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 blah, just normal stuff. And then he pointed something out. There was a story between that Deuteronomy 1, 2, and 3. I don't know where exactly, where God had told the Israelites to enter a land, and like, go, like, he has given them the go ahead, everything is good, everything is solid. But they doubted God, and they now say, what, instead of going, all of us going, let us first send 12 people that will go to the land, then come back with reports to tell us how the land is, if you can go ahead and all of that. And out of the 12 people that came back, only 2 people actually had good things to say about that land. The other 10 came back with bad news. They kind of just instilled more fear in the Israelites, and those guys, Israelites, just started saying, that is not it's not fair. God has abandoned us. He just wants to take us to this land and abandon us. Meanwhile, they didn't believe the story of the other 2 people that said, this land is fruitful, is a good land for us, this and that. So so basically, right, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. So it's just like, this is a set of people that God is literally their chef, sending food from them every food from heaven every other day. God is with them. They've seen miracles, they've seen favor, they've seen everything. Like, there's nothing that they did not see, but they were still doubting God, and just made me clock that, wait, look at us. We literally applied for our visa in sometime in February. I think, was it February, March? Yeah, I think March. Right? We just applied, whatever it is. God's name be praised. We just forgot about it. Literally a few weeks later, they said, okay, bring your passport. And once they tell you to bring your passport, that's it. It means that they are going to give you your visa. So in a month, or less than a month, we got our visitor's visa. Meanwhile, there's some people that have applied for visitor's visa last year, 2 years, they've not gotten their visa. There are cases like that. And we just lightheartedly, we just applied and we got our visas in like 1 month. After that, we moved. After that, just a few weeks, we moved here. We didn't move per se, we came visiting here, right? And so far, we are living with our in-laws, and they have been great. We have found favor with them. We're not paying rent, we're not spending money on food or all those really expensive expenses that are here in Canada. So it was, our visitors visa was easy. We're not paying rent, so we are saving money a lot here. We're not paying money for anything. Then even the trip here, if you watch some of my videos, you will know that I mentioned how horrified I was, because as someone that has sickle cell, flying is not it's not the best thing for us. I was so terrified on, how am I going to fly from Nigeria to Canada? We're even this close to canceling our trip, only for me to enter that trip after my mom spoke some words into me, some God-given words into me. Throughout that trip, I didn't have any episode, I didn't have any crisis, no pains, nothing. Up until now, I've not had any major anything, and this is our 3rd month here. So it's like, what else do I need? What else do we need to see that God is with us? Like, God is literally with us on this journey. And of course, the Israelites in Deuteronomy, like the Israelites, right, they faced hurdles, because actually the lands that God will send them to, some of them, they actually had to fight, but they would conquer the land, obviously, but they had to fight to get those land. Like, they faced their own hurdles. So it just gave me some peace that, okay, I am here in Canada. We are waiting for all these visa applications and all of that. We will face our hurdles. Patience would deal with us. We would need to be patient, but just knowing that at the end of the day, we would be successful in this land. There's no point for anxiety, there's no point for being tensed up and all of that. So as I'm sitting down here today, I've not gotten we've not gotten our applications approved and all of that, but I know now for sure, for certain, that it will be approved. When, I don't know. Obviously, when that time comes, I will share it with you. And the good news now, is 3 days after, now clock it, 3 days after, guess whose medical results were passed? My husband. So as I'm speaking to you now, because he applied for an open work permit, his medicals have been approved. He has passed his medical exam. And from what we know, once you pass a medical exam, good things would mostly happen from there. And in my case, I know that good things would happen because I have been reassured. So I've been speaking a lot. Like, it's already 20 minutes here. That's that's pretty much it, guys. And when I tell you that I am happy, I am overjoyed, and this is a testimony for me and my family. Like, God, when I think about it, I'm like, God spoke through me. It's such an honor. God spoke to me through a dream. He passed a message. It's such an honor, to be honest. In fact, I thought I had lost that gift. I always thought, God, when am I going to get to that place again where you'll be able to speak to me through dreams like we used to do back in the day. And I feel so honored and I feel so happy. Do you know what it is? Man, I can't tell you the joy. And my birthday is literally in 2 days, so this is the birthday gift that I didn't know I needed. I told God, I said, if only we can get our visa approved before my birthday, that would be the best gift ever. Obviously, that would be perfect, that would be great. But getting an assurance that even if it doesn't happen this week, that it would happen, that's enough of a birthday gift for me. So this video is definitely going to be the longest I've posted in a while, but I just really wanted you guys to really understand, from where it began to where we are right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Your girl is happy, your girl is at peace. Just thinking about it just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. So yeah. Yeah, God is definitely good. So that's pretty much it now, and that is how God, confirmed that this movement here is actually stamped and approved by Him. Now I know that we are walking in the right path, and there's no path I would rather walk than the path that God is walking with me in. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you're going through this process of waiting and waiting, I hope that something good happens for you. I hope that you get some clarity and what's not, and I will definitely keep you guys updated. The next video I should be posting will be that of my birthday vlog, plus like maybe a couple lessons I've learned in my 27 years of life, because I'll be turning 27. Let me know if you want to see that video. I'm going to drop it anyway, but just let me know if you're looking forward to it. Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe, comment, share this video. Someone out there might actually be touched. Leave your comments. What do you think? And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.